Hi everyone, this is Neel Raithatha, consultant audiologist and director of earwax. Thank you for joining me in my latest video. I've got a couple for you, both very interesting. So this patient attended on an emergency. They've had 2 previous unsuccessful attempts with microsuction, and in fact they felt that their last visit made their ear even worse. They experienced extreme pain to the point that they weren't able to sleep the night prior to attending. So this patient came yesterday, so on Tuesday night. They weren't able to sleep. They had to take the day off work to try and get this removed. So this was seen by some specialist who tried microsuction initially, wasn't successful, so asked the patient to use drops, went back a week later, and at that second appointment, it made it worse, and they were asked to use drops for another week and return next week, but this patient just wasn't able to put up with their symptoms and pain. And this wasn't going to come out with microsuction. Even you can put all the drops in the world. It was solid. It was attached to the drum. So I did initially try, but it was large. So I'm using the pick here, and this was very painful for the patient. But he was so grateful. His ear was unfortunately already painful. So I did inform the patient that removing this is going to temporarily at least increase the pain. But as soon as I removed that plug there, the patient was overwhelmed, almost tearful, very grateful. And you can just see how bruised, traumatized this patient's ear canal is. It's very sore on the anterior canal wall, swollen there to the left. So whilst we're here, just going to mop up some of this debris that this patient's accumulated. Now guys, I've got an important notice. I hate doing stuff like this, but I've got no choice. So there's a company out there called Clear Earwax, which is obviously different to my company name called Clearwax, but you can see the similarities. And they incorporated their business in the UK about a year ago. And unfortunately, for the last year, we've been continuously being mistaken for this company. So we've just had random emails coming in from patients, and it's becoming almost 2 a week at the moment in the last few weeks, with patients making complaints against this company. And they're obviously contacting us, thinking that we're that company. And I understand the names are similar, but when you visit the websites, they're completely different. But it would therefore appear the name is too similar. So these patients are getting treated, or even after booking the appointment, they're not happy with the staff and how rude they are to them. And obviously after the treatment, they're not happy. So they're visiting our website. They're obviously Googling this company's name. Our company's also coming up, and they're sending us emails. And obviously, we're going to address these complaints professionally. So when we're inquiring, so what's actually happened so we can help, each and every single one is to do with this other company. And we know that because this other company charges a default payment of £35 at the time of booking, and they all make reference to that. And when we ask for the location, we don't have specialists here, and we then look at this other website, and you can see all these specialists working from these locations. So I have tried to address this with this company for the last year, but obviously in the last few weeks, it's becoming more and more regular, and they just don't respond. And the frontline staff are great, so they've been very polite, and I did get a phone call back from one of the staff who said they will speak to the managing director, because obviously this is above their grade. They're going to have to get them to speak to, and I was promised a phone call, I think a couple of weeks ago. Didn't materialise. So I've got no choice but to publicly make people aware that we are 2 different companies. We're Clearwax, they are Clear Earwax. I don't know how they're trading under this name, because they incorporated their business using a different nature of business. In the UK, when you incorporate a business, you have to specify the nature of the business. And obviously we're doing healthcare, but they've incorporated it as other letting and operating of owned or leased real estate. And perhaps that's how they got this name, because it's too similar to our name. So it would appear that they're trying to work off the back of our reputation and have patients mistake us for them. So they're thinking they're contacting us, but they're contacting them instead, because the reverse seems to be happening. We seem to be getting all the complaints from this company. And when I first spoke to them, they said, well, it's normal to get complaints. No, it's not to this level. Come on, that's just ridiculous. 2 or 3 a week we're getting at the moment. So yeah, sorry I've had to bring that up. I've tried to resolve it amicably. If they don't respond and talk to me, I'm going to continue. And we're going to have to start some legal actions against them, because can't have our good name being tarnished like that. So patient 1 treated. So that was never going to come away with microsuction. Again, I used the right ear pick there. Here I used the right ear hook. And this patient's got a medial canal fibrosis. And I will talk about that in another video. But I thought I'll add this procedure at the end of this one because it just demonstrates some of the new instruments that I've developed. And it's a relatively short video. Well, take care, guys. Keep well and speak soon. Bye.